Good morning, students. Can you push a book on a table without touching it? We cannot, but we may be able to push it with the help of a stick. Can you kick a football by being away from it? No, we can kick the football only when our leg is in contact with the football. These are the forces which act only when objects are in physical contact with each other and are known as contact forces. What do you understand by the word non-contact? If the objects are not in physical contact with each other, we use the word non-contact. Forces which act even when objects are not in physical contact with each other are known as non-contact forces. That means they can act even when they are at a distance, even when the objects are at a distance. Today, we are going to learn about the types of forces, contact forces and non-contact forces. Can you lift a bucket of water? How do you do it? You can lift the bucket of water with your hand. Is this force a contact force or a non-contact force? It is a contact force because you're holding the bucket with your hand. Where does this force come from? This force is caused by the action of our muscles and is known as muscular force. Muscular force is an example for contact force. Even the force that we used to push a book on the table or to kick a football is muscular force. You all know that animals help us in doing various tasks. They carry heavy loads, they pull the carts and even plough our fields. They perform all these activities by using muscular force. In fact, all the activities involving movement or bending of our body are done due to the muscular force. The food is being pushed into the alimentary canal in the process of digestion. It is because of the muscular force. Expansion and contraction of our lungs when we inhale and exhale air during breathing is also an example for muscular force. You might have noticed that a football rolling on the ground stops after some time. Why does it stop on its own? We have not exerted any force on it. So, definitely there must be a force acting on the ball which slows down the ball gradually and brings it to rest. This force acts between the surface of the ball and the ground and brings the moving ball to rest. This is known as force of friction. Is it a contact force or a non-contact force? As the ball is in contact with the ground, we can take it as a contact force. Also, the force of friction always acts on any moving object. The direction of the force of friction is opposite to the direction in which the body moves. How does this force of friction arise? Friction is caused due to the irregularities on the two surfaces. Even though some surfaces look smooth, they will have a large number of minute irregularities, which may not be observed by our eyes. These irregularities get interlocked and slow down or may even stop the moving object. So the irregularities between the two surfaces get interlocked and slow down or stop the motion of an object. We will be learning more in detail about friction in the next chapter. What do you observe in this image? A magnet brought near the pins is able to attract the pins towards it. Is the magnet in contact with the pins? No, but still there is a force acting between the magnet and the pins. This force is known as magnetic force. The force exerted by the magnet on the pins is known as magnetic force. Take two bar magnets. Place one bar magnet over three round-shaped pencils as shown in the figure. Now, bring one end of the other magnet near the end of the magnet placed on the pencil rollers. Make sure that the magnets do not touch each other. What do you observe? They repel. The magnet on the rollers moves back. Now, bring the other end of the magnet in hand near the same end of the magnet placed on the rollers. What happens now? The magnet on the rollers is attracted towards the magnet in hand. Why does this attraction or repulsion take place between two magnets? A magnet has two poles, north pole and south pole. The like poles of the two magnets repel each other. That means north pole and north pole or south pole and south pole will repel. Unlike poles of two magnets attract each other. North pole of one magnet and south pole of the other magnet attract each other. This attraction or repulsion between the magnets can be considered as another form of pull or push. So we can conclude that force is exerted by the magnet on the pin or another magnet without being in contact with it. So we can say magnetic force is a non-contact force. When you bring a plastic comb near small pieces of paper, you will not observe anything. But when the same comb is rubbed over your hair, dry hair, several times and then brought near the small pieces of paper, they are attracted by the comb. This is because on rubbing, the comb gets charged. This charge remains on the comb without any movement and is called electrostatic charge. The force exerted by the charged body. Here, the comb is the charged body. This force is known as electrostatic force. Take a plastic straw and cut it into two equal pieces. Suspend one piece of straw from the edge of a table with the help of a piece of thread. Now, take the other straw to your hand and rub its free end with a sheet of paper. The rubbed end of the straw is brought near the suspended straw. What do you observe? The charged straw is attracting the uncharged straw that is suspended from the edge of a table. Now, rub the free end of the suspended straw also with a sheet of paper. Does it acquire a charge? Yes, it acquires a charge. Now, bring the straw that was rubbed earlier with the paper near the suspended straw, which is also charged. What do you observe now? They repel. This force exerted by a charged body on an uncharged body or another charged body is known as electrostatic force. We will be learning more about electrostatic force in chapter number 15. So in the coming chapters, we will be learning more about electrostatic force. In this image, you can see the apple from the tree is falling down towards the ground. What happens if a coin slips off your hand? The coin will fall down. The apple or the coin are moving towards the ground. There must be a force acting on them which pulls them down towards the earth. This force is called force of gravity and it acts on all the objects on the earth. Is it a contact or a non-contact force? It is a non-contact force. This force of gravity is not just between the earth and an object on the earth. Every object in the universe, whether small or large, exert a force on every other object. This force is called gravitational force. The gravitational force between two objects depends on the masses of the two bodies and the distance between them. If the masses of the objects are small, the gravitational force also will be small and we cannot detect the gravitational force easily. The gravitational force between you and any other object near you. Consider the book which is placed in front of you. We cannot recognize the force between you and the book as the masses are quite less. So if the mass of the objects is very less, the force of gravitation will be less. The gravitational force also depends on the distance between the two objects. If the objects are far, the gravitational force will be less. The revolution of the earth around the sun is because of the gravitational force of the sun. The moon revolves around the earth due to the earth's gravitational force. I think you have understood about what is gravitational force. We have so far studied that forces are classified as contact forces and non-contact forces. Muscular force and friction are contact forces. Magnetic force, electrostatic force and gravitational force are non-contact forces. In the next module, we will be learning about pressure and the applications of pressure.